Hello, everybody. Welcome to TAJ Radio. This is your host, TAJ Graves, and I am here with the amazing JONA VARK. Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
We're here to talk with JONA VARK about their latest album, The Hymns of Our Lady Aurora, which is out now. And we will be talking to them also about their stage name change, how they get their new stage name, and how they blend horror, sex, and religion in their music. So it's going to be a fun episode, really interesting. I've been wanting to talk with JONA VARK for a very long time. So yeah, and before we get to everything, first song we are going to play from his album is Psychosex featuring David Munster. So let's get started.
I'm so sad, can you make me okay? Does daddy really want to play? Will you love me through my tears? Light it off my ear. Bloody bed sheets, infernal disco. Clouded heart needs stuff physical. But the pain away, it's mental. Don't need nothing fundamental. Use me, leave me, tease me, please me, squeeze me, kill me. Come and save me. Need me, use me, leave me, tease me, please me, squeeze me, kill me. I'm psychotic, I'm your naughty, so hypnotic, touch my body. I'm psychotic, I'm your naughty, I am crazy, come and save me. My heart's burning among the sun, begging me for some good fun. I'm a champion. Need your body, want it for my own. What I really want is for you on top. Take it off, don't stop. Even if you hear me scream, I'm just having fun. Throw me up, make me pop, a delicious bubble gum. If you wanna be my lover, then you gotta eat my heart out first. Feel it in my chest, squeeze it till I fucking burst. Take your tongue in my cuts, just my blood, it doesn't hurt. You're such a flirt. Catch me, I like it like that. Step on me, I'm your donut. Use me, I love it like that. Spit on me, babe, make it go splash. Touch me, I like it like that. Step on me, I'm your donut. Use me, it's Jonah and David. I'm psychotic, I'm your naughty, so hypnotic, touch my body. I'm psychotic, I'm your naughty, I am crazy, come and save me. Touch my body. I'm psychotic, I'm your naughty, I am crazy, come and save me. I'm psychotic.
And that was Psychosex by JONA VARK featuring David Munster. So love the song. I love it. It was very, very insane. Love the video. The visuals were out of this world.
Thank you.
So no, we're gonna talk about the album. First, we can talk about the song since we played it. How did this song come to be? What is it about? How did you get David Munster on it? Like, how did this song get together?
Yeah, so I wrote that song last year when I was still under Diablo. Um but it wasn't something that like I was trying to like it was originally going to be for like the EP that I had released before. It was going to be like on the deluxe, but then I was like, no, this is a completely different sound. So I had recorded this demo and I sat on it for like a year. And David, I just messaged David because me and David are friends. So I was just like, hey bestie, like, do you want to hop on this song with me? And like we did that. Um, and then I was like, you know what, I really want to make a video for it. So I think I flew out in like September last year to LA and then we shot like a video over there. But then like last minute, the original demo, like the producer wanted like over like $1,000 for it. And I was like, oh, okay. So I had to completely like re-record some parts and then use a completely different instrumental with like a different producer. So it's just like a really long process. Uh, but it finally came out to be, you know, the really seductive vampire bop that it is today. I wrote this song like mostly in the same mind frame of like from when I was doing Diablo music, which was like the dark and like overly sexual kind of thing. But I wrote it to be less horny and more like emotional. But yeah.
Love the process of that. Psychosex is a very interesting song, very interesting concept now that you told me about it. So we're gonna get to the album, Hymns of Our Lady Aurora. You know, we were gonna talk about the religion thing in the last topic. We can still talk about it. I just wanna know, how did this get together? How did, I know you like to put blend religion and things in your music. So, like, when did this, was this the first concept, or did you have any other in mind? Like, how did the album even get made?
Yeah. So so since this album was like a quarantine album, I spent alone, spent like a lot of time by myself, like with my feelings and just bathing and basking and like reflecting on like all these emotions and stuff like that. And it was mostly inspired by like my family trauma and like personal feelings and stuff like that. Not like relating to the old stuff, which is more just like, yeah, I want to have sex because I'm sad. But like, no, it actually adds depth to why I feel that way. And so the concept for it, I was really inspired by angels and um like saints and like religious imagery and stuff like that. Like the Michelangelo paintings of like the angels and stuff like that. So I wanted to incorporate that kind of like religious imagery into this album and like the whole concept behind it. So it's like a mixture of like mythology and religion. So Aurora, I think it's in Greek mythology, is like the mother of Lucifer, which is like the bringer of light, which is also like Venus. So Aurora is the mother of Venus. So I wanted to um, use that concept with like my personal life because like I did make music under Diablo. And Diablo, of course, is like Spanish, like Lucifer, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't want to make music like that anymore, like under that name. One, because it was like oversaturated. There's like 20,000 Diablos. Like you can't even find me on Spotify. Right. So, but the second reason is because Joan of Arc is the like it's literally like a play on Joan of Arc, which is like she got burned at the stake for witchcraft, but she was like holy, right? And her person, not personality, but she was kind of like non-binary, like she was giving non-binary vibes. Like she would be like masculine but also feminine, and then she got burned at the stake for it, so it kind of just like I liked it a lot, so I wanted to stick with that like angelic and like less dark sided things and more like positive things because I did want to make a record that was like sad but also a little bit positive.
That is very amazing. And I did listen to the album when it dropped. It was very, very, very good album. I love the collabs with David Munster and Alden on there. Very, very,
Thank
very
you.
well. No, every song on there was good, top to bottom, beginning to end. It's just like the stuff that you told me about it. I can really hear it. Like I can hear it now. Like this the work that you put in it. So before we get to our second topic, second song we are going to play is "You're the One." So yeah, let's
For
get started. Her.
Was I the one holding you back? You didn't have to hurt me back. 'Cause I can't forget you. What did you do to me? Look what you done. You're the one who, you're the one, you're the one, you're the one who broke my heart. You're the one, you're the one who broke my heart. You're the Was I someone you regret? Baby, you were the only threat. 'Cause I can't forget you. What did you do to me? Look what you done. Why am I bleeding?
And that was "You're the One" by JONA VARK. Very good song, very dancey. I like it. Okay, so
thank you. Thank you.
you explained this already when you were talking about the album, but we are gonna talk about how you changed your stage name and all. So you were Diablo, and now you're JONA VARK now. So how did that even come? How did that even come to your mind?
So I was really like realizing that like I wasn't standing out from like the crowd of like 20 million other artists with that name, and like there was already like this really popular artist that worked with like Trippie Redd and like some other like really big rappers, and I was like, okay, yeah, like this can't happen because it's gonna either end up like in a lawsuit or I'm just not gonna be able to progress as like an artist. So I switched it to the current stage name, just to like also like avoid like being sued, but also because it's like unique. Like I before like I even changed it, I like Googled it just in case there was like already another one. So I mean, the only thing that came up was like a song that was like
Yeah.
from the, I think it was like from the 60s or the 90s. I don't remember. It sounds very old school. So I was just like, okay, I'll just use this, you know? So yeah, I just wanted to be sure about like whether it was like available or not, but like it's definitely unique and it also encapsulates like the actual Joan of Arc, which was more of like a dual like person. She was very like feminine but also very masculine at the same time. So it made sense for me.
Love that. Love the what you said about Joan of Arc before. I love the story of her, the story of them, and love that you even have let us you even have this persona now is like very amazing. And
Thank you.
love the religious aspects of you. And okay, so when you were Diablo, how did Diablo even come to mind? What made you come up with Diablo?
I wanted like a really easy name and something that was like close to my name. Because like my real name is Diego, so like having like Diego and then just like Diablo. I think yeah, Diablo. Yeah. So having it like close to my name, it just like made sense to me. And it was also because like I wanted to be like edgy because I did like a lot of because I do love horror movies and like horror in general. So like those aesthetics of like darkness and like ghosts and demons and all that cool stuff kind of like it made sense to have that name, you know.
Very cool. And I did love Diablo too. It was like very horror, very, just all of that. So, yeah, love your aesthetic, love what you're doing, the whole, love your whole aesthetic. I love everything. I just love
Thank
everything
you.
about you. Um,
Thank you. Thank you.
okay, so I think we got everything covered on the stage name thing. Last song we are going to play is Angel Cry, which also has a
Ooh.
music video. So yeah, let's go.
Baby, don't you make me cry. You make me believe in life. Judah lover, take the night.
And that was Angel Cry by JONA VARK. So our last topic will be how JONA VARK has horror, religion, and sex in their music. So I really wanted to get into all of that. So um, you kind of explained it a little bit, like when we were talking about the album and stage name and things like that. It's like, how do you even do it? How do those three things come to mind when you make your music? And how are you able to, you know, make those three things cross over? Because like I really like it. I'm really interested in that.
Thank you. So because like I've been already such a big horror fan since, I mean, I was like afraid of horror movies when I was like younger, but then like I think I watched Scream when I was like 10 and I was like obsessed.
Love
So
Scream.
like so good, so good. But I became like obsessed with like horror stuff. Like I literally only watch like horror movies. Sometimes I watch like cartoons stuff like that, but whatever. But like it's just like horror is like super cool. Um it's not even just entertaining, like it's just like so like it's when like I don't know. Um and then like with the concepts, like I grew up as like a Jehovah's Witness, but like I never necessarily like cared for like religion and things like that. And then like also coming out of the closet, like a lot of like the hatred I experienced was like reflected on like religion, like the excuse of using religion as like a way to be hateful and stuff like that. So I like rejected those kind of things, but I can appreciate it like aesthetically, visually. Some of the stories are beautiful. Like some of the, you know, some of the beliefs I think are really beautiful and stuff like that, but I don't really consider myself like a religious person because I don't care
Yeah.
necessarily like about, you know, I respect it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't do it in a way to mock, you know, like I don't
Right. Yeah.
disrespectfully do things like that. I try not to at least. So, um, but those ideas kind of just like blended together, and like a lot of like the surge and like paranormal horror movies have a lot to do with like angels and like demons and things like that. So it was kind of, it was like a quick concept for me to be like, okay, cool, I can blend it and like make it work. So yeah.
Very nice. I love how you because I love horror movies, so I'm such a big horror person. So you know, I love how you put that into your music and then you add religion into it. Like everything about all of that is just amazing. It's just, wow.
Thank you.
um, you know, love the album too. Just love everything that you're doing right now. Very proud of you.
Thank
You
you.
know, very glad I got to have you on here. And that's when we sign off now. Thank you, JONA VARK, for stopping by. Love to have you here. Um, can't wait to see what you're doing in the future.
Thank
And yeah,
you.
oh yes. Speaking of too, so before we go, any upcoming projects you want to share? Is there anything you're releasing? You know, not it don't have to be this year, like you know, next year, 2 years from now, or 10 years from now. Really, you know, just anything you're putting out in the future, anything you're working on currently. You know.
Yeah, I was gonna honestly, like I didn't talk about it yet because it's like not ready to be like released or anything, but like I'm gonna do like a re-release deluxe of Aurora, with like 4 new songs, no, 6 new songs, added to the track list. 2 of them are remixes. Um, I was gonna probably release that like on Halloween, but I'm not sure yet because um it's still being like planned. So, but yeah, I plan on releasing a deluxe of it.
There you have it. The Hymns of Our Lady Aurora is getting a deluxe edition. Yes, can't wait for it. Can't wait to hear it. Very excited. So, yeah. And again, thank you for stopping by. Everyone, go listen to JONA VARK's music. You will not regret it. Go follow them on social medias. Go support my music. Follow me on social media. Follow the TAJ Radio on social media. And
Period.
yeah, that was it. See you
Thank you
next
for having
time.
me.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming by. Yeah, that was it for TAJ Radio. See you next time. Bye.